Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Friday, February 6th, 2026. I am Bishop Darrell Watkins, the Senior Minister of the Sunshine Cathedral. With me today are Bishop Robert Griffin, my husband, Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and Reverend Kevin Tisdall. We are the Queer God Squad. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about us.
Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Out to support our mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community. There is no streaming TV show like this in the entire world.
In 2026, we are celebrating the 41st anniversary of Hotspots magazine, with Queer News Tonight sharing over 11,000 stories and 11 million views so far.
We are the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies. We are proud to announce that Hotspots Happen Out is a beneficiary of the Florida AIDS Walk. Funds raised will be matched dollar for dollar in support of Hotspots Happening Out HIV policy reform and educational programs, including the MSM conference. We invite you to join Team Sunshine Cathedral in this initiative. Join us on March 21st to walk in support of the HIV community and along the Sunshine Cathedral team.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. The impact of MLK on the LGBTQ rights movement. From a statement by the bishops of the Global Justice Institute. Martin Luther King Jr. was a civil rights activist, leader, and American hero. He championed causes of peace, economic justice, and most notably, equal rights for the Black community that suffered under unfair laws, systems, and attitudes that discriminated against them. Because he is a universal symbol for the struggle for justice and equality, many communities see his legacy as iconic and relevant to many struggles for equality and equity. The LGBTQ community often looks to Dr. King's example as a blueprint for working for social justice.
Dr. King's philosophy easily leans toward an understanding of inclusion, grace, and fairness. His message of universal human rights has been embraced by queer activists for decades. The most direct link between MLK and the queer community is Bayard Rustin, the architect of the 1963 March on Washington. Rustin was an openly gay man in an era when that was both a crime and a social death sentence. Dr. King knew that Rustin was gay. He also was a Quaker and a democratic socialist. One of the seat hoods at Sunshine Cathedral bears Rustin's name.
Rustin was a master strategist who taught King how to turn a protest into a movement. Because of his sexuality, Rustin was often forced into the shadows. In 1960, when political rivals threatened to spread rumors of an affair between King and Rustin, Rustin resigned to protect the movement. Nevertheless, King eventually brought Rustin back to organize the March on Washington. For modern queer folk, Rustin represents the hidden queer labor that built the foundations of American civil rights.
Early gay liberationists in the 1960s and 70s explicitly modeled their tactics after King's Southern Christian Leadership Conference, the SCLC. They adopted his language of civil rights rather than morality, shifting the debate from private behavior to public equality. Quoting, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." This specific quote from King's letter from a Birmingham jail has become a staple on pride banners for decades. It provides the moral justification for intersectionality, the idea that you cannot fight for the rights of one group without also caring about the rights of other marginalized groups.
King's dream of a world where people are judged by their character rather than immutable traits provided a perfect linguistic template for the LGBTQ+ movement's push for non-discrimination laws. Much of MLK's status as a hero for the LGBTQ liberation movement was cemented posthumously by his widow, Coretta Scott King. She was an early and vocal LGBTQ ally. She linked her husband's idea of the beloved community to the LGBTQ+ struggle, which gave queer people a seat at the table of King's legacy. Mrs. King seemed to believe that had he lived longer, Dr. King would have become a vocal ally of LGBTQ people.
For contemporary LGBTQ activists, especially queer BIPOC, MLK is an icon of radical love and the fierce urgency of now. Groups like the National Center for Transgender Equality and Black Lives Matter, founded by queer Black women, frequently invoke King to highlight that Black, queer, and trans people face unique, overlapping forms of state violence.
Rather than seeing MLK as a perfect pre-Stonewall ally, the community views his message as something that belongs to the oppressed. They queer his legacy by applying his universalist ethics to their own lives. I love that whole idea of melding the civil rights movement for Black people to the civil rights movement for queer people. It seems a great fit.
Yeah, and the idea that what is right in a civil society has nothing to do with your personal morals. You don't have to like me or agree with me or think you can touch me if you want to, but I'm a citizen, I'm a person, and I deserve everything that everyone else is entitled to. And so that for King, a minister, to break it down like that way, that what is the right thing is for everyone to have equal access, equal protection, equal opportunity. That's what's right. Your personal morals, yeah, we'll never agree on this and that. But for society, for community, for the beloved community, yeah, we all have value. We all have a place.
Right.
I think one of the things that helped the LGBT community with the King family is one of those little known hidden facts is that Coretta Scott King's personal assistant for 23 years was a gay man. And I would like to think that he helped shape some of her take around the beloved community that she so eloquently said that had Martin lived, he would have become a fierce advocate for the gay community as well. So not only with Bayard Rustin, but also with her personal assistant Lynn being a part of this, the King family, certainly we were well represented.
Amen.
Right. I think we all have to look out for one another. We're all beloved by the divine. And each person, every person, is deserving of care and kindness and justice.
And that's today with the Queer God Squad.
Before we go, I want to invite you to check our performing arts series on Saturday, February 7th at 8 p.m. You'll want to catch selections from the musical Pearly.
And on February 13th, we'll be featuring Jay Rodriguez live. An OG Queer Eye for the Straight Guy star, cabaret performer, and musical theater actor will be right here in Fort Lauderdale at 8 p.m. Saturday, February 13th.
Finally, on February 28th, Adrian McGrady will be performing a range of musical styles, from jazz to electronic, on 5 different kinds of flute.
And remember, all of those can be found at sunshinecathedral.org/arts for your tickets. And you can also get an add-on for the Cathedral Pub. The Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts offers the Cathedral Pub experience. The Cathedral Pub offers performance attendees an inviting space to gather and connect with friends prior to the show, or a place to be while waiting for the doors to open. Guests enjoy live music, beverages, and appetizers in a comfortable meet and greet environment while they await the start of their performance. On show nights, the Cathedral Pub opens an hour before each performance and closes 15 minutes before the show starts. Entry to the Cathedral Pub requires a separate purchase from your seat ticket, and the link can be found on the seat selection page. Be sure to purchase before checking out. There's a limited number of people who can get pub passes, so don't delay.
Thank you for joining the Queer God Squad today. We are here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ community is talking about. Please like and share this and other episodes of the Queer God Squad.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. Remember that we're all in this together. Also remember, you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad.